Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel. Pull up your drink or get ready along with us, or just watch it through, then replay and pause as you go throughout. That's what I always did and still do. Like if I want to follow along, I'll like pause and be, okay, where exactly did they place that? I want to see. So I know where to go. But we're gonna do a fun, colorful eye look today.
Yes, we are.
Which is why we don't have any base on, because if it's gonna be crazy colorful, there's gonna be fallout. So why put in all that work and then have to go back and fix everything?
So true. Yes, Brittany's going to show us how to do all this because I don't know what I'm doing.
I haven't done a super colorful look in a while. And when I was gonna practice to like refresh, I was sick. So I was like, oh no. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes.
I'm excited.
It's gonna
really
be fun.
excited.
So welcome to the channel.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel.
First of all, I like to use an eyeshadow primer, and I put it all over the lid. I pat it with ring finger because it's the most delicate with pressure, and this is very thin, sensitive skin, so you want to treat it as gently as possible. So yeah, this is one that I like. You can also use concealer. If you have super oily eyelids, I would use something that's a lot more tacky to help product stick and not have your mascara then transfer onto your eyelid as well. So first up, I like to take just like a super fluffy brush. I like to take kind of like a similarly like kind of skin color-esque shade. I like to take kind of like this color here. I don't know if you can tell very well since I've not used it much at all. I just kind of pat it on to kind of get a nice little base down so it doesn't stick weird, but then also still has it be like a little bit tacky, but not to the point where if I try to blend, the product doesn't move, if that makes any sense.
Do you put it all over the lid?
Yeah, very lightly. This is so fun. So I'm gonna take a brush that has a little bit of fluff to it, but is stiffer. Okay, so next I'm gonna use yellow. And this is the James Charles palette. Sorry, the first palette I used is the Jaclyn Hill, the Volume 1 palette. This is the James Charles palette. And I'm gonna use this lovely bright yellow shade. Okay, so I like to take it, an angle does affect, and like where you hold it affects pressure and placement. So keep that in mind. If it looks like it's dragging down more, try and go from like up here more. And like if it's going on too heavier than you want, go down here more and loosen your hold so then it's not super crazy pigmented, especially if you're just adjusting to using a lot of color. So I close it. Sorry, the mirror's like right behind here so that I can see. And I'm gonna do it more up here because it's gonna be the shade that is kind of up here. So
You like crease?
Yeah, so like crease high up here, and I do windshield wiper movements, and sometimes I do a little swirl on the outside. And placement for her might be different for me because I have smaller eye space and I have more hooded eyes, and she has more like wide open eyes. What would you call your eyes?
I don't know, like...
I just know mine are more like hooded.
Yeah, yours are more hooded.
Yeah, so like where I place stuff might be a little different versus hers.
I don't know what the professional term is.
That's okay. Since I have less lid space, I'm gonna place stuff a lot closer together than maybe she might. So next I'm gonna use this orangey color. Using orange now, look at you. My goodness. Just wait till we get to other colors. So I dip it in 3 times typically and tap twice.
1, 2, 3, tap, tap.
So I'm gonna go just below where I put the yellow, but almost on it, but not quite.
So right below it?
So like right below where you put the yellow is where I'm gonna put it. And since I have smaller eyes, I'm putting it slightly on it, but it's still below it. I'm doing that windshield wiper movement. Sometimes when doing these upper colors, I will swirl on the outer edge like a little bit, but I'll kind of, instead of going down with the shape of my eye, I'll kind of do a little S up a little bit, just to kind of give my eye a little bit of a lift and kind of open my eye a little bit and not drag it downwards. So I'm using this red next. And you don't have to use the palette that we're using, but this does have really good pigmentation. Again, gonna dip in to that red.
All right.
Woo-hoo. Okay, now I'm gonna put it a little bit lower than where I put the orange.
Oh my god.
There's a theme here, guys.
So like on the lid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like very slightly. So kind of like, it's kind of like crease lid area is kind of where this is at. You ever just like hear things coming out of your mouth and you're just like,
when I edit these videos, I'm like, shut up.
Okay, so next, gonna go in with purple. So for this one, I'm using kind of an angled brush that's a little bit stiffer, just because I'm trying to work around my lid space that I got going on. I'm gonna go in with this darker purple, and eventually we'll use that one, but doing this one right now.
Okay.
This is gonna be more towards the outer portion of the lid. It'll be like right here.
Okay.
Kind of a thing, because we're gonna put a different color here. And I pat it first to kind of get the pigment to kind of, you know,
I got you.
show up a little bit. Okay. And then I'll kind of start rubbing it up closer to my crease, but not 100% there yet. And then if I need to, I'll go in with like a fluffier brush to kind of
blend them out.
Blend into my crease just a little bit.
This is my very first time using yellow, orange, red, and purple.
Together.
At all.
At all?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I never use color. Always use like nudes, and like nude palettes are like my comfort zone for sure. This is like really new to me, but it's fun.
Isn't it though? It's like, oh, look at that.
It's the new stuff.
Okay, we're going in with the lighter purple. Woot woot. I don't know, I keep saying that. I'm just having fun. Wait, did I point it?
You say whoop.
I meant that one. I don't know if I pointed there, but that's what I'm talking about.
Wait, where are you putting that light purple?
Okay, so it's gonna go in the crease.
Okay.
Right here. Like low crease, for me at least. Because I have less space.
Like over the red?
Like right
above the purple?
Kind of mixing the red and the purple together.
Okay.
So you're kind of right on that little magic line. And sometimes if I get a little patchy, I'll go back in and like pack the pigment, and then I'll kind of blend it out a little. So if it gets patchy, it's okay. So now we're gonna go back to the red.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and kind of re-add some of that red in now that we know where we're having that purple up. So it's kind of on top of and above where that lighter purple was. For my eye shape, at least. Yeah. The reason why I go like kind of on top of the purple a little bit too, because then it kind of blends some of that together and kind of makes it a little more, you know, cohesive. Yeah. But like still separate colors. So now I go back and use the brush that I used for the orange. Go back on the orange, and it's gonna go on top of, slightly above where the red is.
Oh my gosh, really?
No way.
Okay.
And sometimes I like to like press and then blend it out, since there's already like kind of color there. Okay.
Cool. Yellow. All right.
Y'all.
Working my way downtown. Walking past faces, guys on my yellow.
Did I hit you?
No, you're
Okay,
fine.
good. I was trying not to.
Again, your hair smells really good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So let me guess, yellow's gonna go a little bit above the orange.
No way.
I know. I'm crazy, or am I crazy?
You're so crazy. And I do it slightly on top of, slightly above, because I have less space. So how are you guys doing? How's life now that things are, depending on where you live, less insane, but still kind of need to be careful kind of a thing? Just a little
What's going on where you're at?
Yeah, how are things?
Where you're living. What's going on?
Okay, so next, I'm gonna go in with the blue. Okay, so get something that's like super stiff and really pack in the pigment. Because next, we're gonna have some fun. We're going in with the sparkly blue.
Ooh, it's the sparkly blue.
It's gonna go right here.
I'm so excited.
Some people, if you want, I'm not going to, but if you would like to have it more like and have a cut crease, you can go in with concealer, kind of pat it on there and use like a brush like this and go along where you'd like it to be, and then let it kind of dry a little bit and then go in with your color. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not like, cut creases look great, but I have small eyes, so it kind of is like I don't like it for me. There we go.
Okay.
And I like to start down here by the waterline just to make sure I get close enough. Or not waterline, my eyelash. Whatever this is called. Words, man. And then go in closer to the inner corner. And I kind of draw out where I'm gonna put it. And once I kind of know where I want it is when I'll like really pack in the color. And for my eyes, I go like a little bit into where the crease is, but not a lot.
That's a pretty blue.
Right?
It's like sheer. I like it.
That's why you have to use so much to build it up.
I know.
You could use blue underneath, but I like the shade as it is, so I didn't want it to be too dark. And if you need a little bit of help at the end, I'm gonna go in with some setting spray and like do like a little bit right here at the inner corner area.
I'm gonna get home and Ben's gonna be like, what did you do? Are you feeling okay, honey?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in with the setting spray to kind of help pop it more how I want. Sometimes I'll take the in-between purple and kind of go right here with the blue and the purple just to kind of help the transition a little bit if I'm feeling like it's not blending how I want it to. So what I'll do for this is I'll spray my brush. I don't want to get my other brushes. And then go into that blue color, get some on here, and then pat it. Oh, got on my lower lid here. You see the difference that makes with the pigment? Like, you see this, you guys? Like,
She pretty. She real pretty.
It's pretty.
She real pretty.
And then I'll spray again to do the other eye. A lot of times with glitters, using a setting spray will help make it pop more. Sometimes if I want to make sure where the line of color kind of is at, I'll look and see where in my eye it slices on each side just to kind of see. Okay, so we're gonna go and do the rest of our faces and we'll be back to show you how to add in the under eye to make it more cohesive. And we're back! We have faces.
We look a little more normal.
Yeah. So how are you feeling now that you have a full face on?
Better.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the under eye and then we're gonna add a little bit of sparkle up in here. So I'm gonna take the stiffer little brush. I'm gonna take the purple shade and it's gonna go out here.
Okay.
So take the darkest purple shade that you're using.
And on the outer corner.
In the outer bottom corner.
Okay.
You don't have to do this, but I highly recommend it because it's gonna just bring it together.
Yeah.
Be like, dang. So I go very lightly in here. Like, look at the difference already. Like, bam. And I also go in kind of like the corner here to kind of help bring the color down. And I go about halfway, a little over halfway with the dark color. So then I wipe off the same brush and I go in with the lighter purple to come in here. Because I don't want to do too dark for the inner because I don't want to close my eye off too much because I have smaller eyes. So.
Lighter purple.
Lighter purple.
Lighter purple.
Lighter purple. Cross over the halfway a little bit and bring it in.
Bring it around town. If not, I'm gonna be under your wish. Then drop on a deck and float like a fish. Too much fun.
Okay, so now I wipe it off again, and I take the same little brush. Are you amazed or what? So I'm gonna go in with the red.
Okay, and then is this gonna go like below?
It's gonna go like, I kind of do like on top of, slightly below. I don't want to go too far down because I don't want my dark circles to be like, I'm back. Boom, you see the difference there?
Mm-hmm.
So going in with the orange now, but I'm using this fluffy brush. It's still a smaller one, but it's a lot fluffier because I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more and I don't want it as pigmented. I'm bringing it just below that all the way across.
What?
Yes, that seems to be the theme, doesn't it? Very lightly. So what brush are you using, Beck?
I'm using the one I used earlier, but I'm pinching it.
So if you don't have it, improvise.
Yep, because I don't have those smaller. Well, I have them. I just didn't bring them.
Okay, so I'm wiping it off.
Ooh, we doing the yellow now?
We're doing the yellow. I'm going slightly underneath that. But I don't want to do too much because I don't want my skin to look yellow. But at the same time, it's supposed to be popping yellow. So, okay, so you could do something like this or something like this. It doesn't matter. It's something that you can kind of get into this area with. I like to go in with a little shimmer to kind of highlight the brow bone area. So either I'll use like this pinky shimmer or like this gold shimmer. It depends on what you want. I want to use the pink one because I like it. Or you can use what you used for highlighter to kind of have it be cohesive if you want.
Oh, I might just do that.
I just take a little bit, tap off the excess, and just go right above slash slightly on top of that yellow because it's not going to completely hide the yellow, which is what I want. So I just want it to kind of complement.
Yeah, like look at that side and look at that side and look at that side and look at that side.
And sometimes I like to come in to my inner corner and just add a little pizzazz there with it. Boom. Okay, and if you want, you can add fake lashes. I don't typically wear fake lashes unless like maybe it's like a wedding or something, and even then sometimes I don't. So I'm gonna add some mascara. Yep. Hey, we're back.
We are back.
So we did our setting spray, added our lip, and everything product-wise that we're using for our face and eyes will be listed below. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it made sense. We'll do more colorful looks and like other simple looks. We'll get down how to explain more to where it makes a little bit more sense. It's just, it's weird doing it to explain it.
Yeah,
when
we're
you're
still
just
trying to figure this out.
Yes, so bear with us. So if you have questions, ask, positive feedback. We love feedback. This is kind of the final product. Hope you enjoyed. And difference between smaller eye space, bigger eye space. And I think you did pretty good considering you've never used some of the colors you have on your eyes.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, I think it turned out way better than I thought it would. So, and if there's anything else that you guys want to see, comment below. We're always open to doing whatever. Thanks for stopping in and supporting us and having fun with us. And let us know if you try any of these looks on your own.
Have a good rest of your week.
Yes.
And
we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Bye.